Alright, continuing on where we last left off on. We're gonna go.
Oh, there. That's one
Oh,
right
I don't care about you. We're gonna go up into the Fancy People District here, up to the chairman's office. Should be able to talk my way into this from last
The Acropolis
time.
district is off limits. Move along. What in the law's name are you on about? Honest Miss...
Just fine. I'm not about to
I'd really
bribe
like
them.
a new Hammersmith grenade launcher. Hammersmith, the most trusted brand in brutality. But we can't all have what we want. And seeing as you don't seem the executive sort, you obviously don't belong in the Acropolis district. Hey, were you awarded most persons profiled 6 non-consecutive months in a row? I didn't think so. Anyway, I've worked here long enough to know every clerk by name and face. And since I don't know yours, you ain't getting through.
Aha.
You're new to the ministry? You one of those lab coats they promoted from a company town? That was yours? Wow. You earned that promotion, all right. So you start tomorrow, huh? You know, they should have set you up with an ID 6 to 8 weeks ago. You do that. Yeah, all right. You're good to go.
Solid. Oh, what is this one? Maintenance hall, so literally is whatever. Don't need to do the wet work when you can just go in.
State your business. Please step away. This entry is for high priority HHC business only. Huh. I didn't realize we were still using those iridescent stickers. But this looks right. I'll just need you to register your weapons with a revised request to carry 32B form. Each weapon will need a separate form. Now, let's see. Damn it. When did I run out of forms?
Oh, sucks, dog.
I was going to suggest that myself. Look, you don't have time to wait on new forms, and I can't afford the citations for impeding HAC business. So I'm going to save us both some trouble and waive your forms. Just know there are a bunch of
Alright, yeah, they want to shoot me, whatever. I'm gonna go upstairs. As if this isn't freaking sketchy enough, a freaking robot, a weaponized robot.
I understand you're Maverick Johnston's new star. Well done. Personal assistant to Adjutant Akande and Chairman Rockwell. I'm also responsible for organizing the adjutant's stationery, which is more of a hobby. Ah. Oh, you were being...
He gone. Nope. Alright, I could have just gone in the office without talking to him.
Excuse me, just a moment. Is there something I can do? I beg your pardon, Minister Clark's former office is currently closed to solicitors. What? Oh dear.
Ah, whatever. Loser.
One person gets all this space. Just to...
Oh. I'd never have that, so. Alright guys, if you want to watch this, you can watch my other playthrough. It's a super long video basically
That was all
saying
a
that
story, wasn't it?
we don't have enough
It's
food
not
to feed
real.
everybody and we're gonna freeze everyone to do it, so not gonna worry about that. We're just gonna head on to our way for the next part here. Actually get the dimethyl sulfoxide. This is the part that caused me the most trouble last time. I'm hoping this side is just a little better. Should be able to talk my way into the lab versus the last time where kind of got screwed up a creek without a paddle. Let's see.
Not so fast. The Ministry of Accuracy and Morale is off limits to everyone without X-36 level clearance. Basically, if you don't work here, or for Chairman Rockwell himself, you're not getting in. I don't know how you got that, but I still don't know you, and I don't have any new clearances on the list. What are you talking about? There's no such thing. What? There's no way. I'm cleared to know about all clearances. I mean, I've gotta be, right? Whoa, there's no need for that. Go on through, and let's pretend this conversation never happened.
Oh, is it that easy? Oh, yes. That's the best thing ever. I don't even have to deal with like the freaking disguise and everything in this area. Hopefully this carries through to the bottom as well. So this just made everything so much easier. Last time I had to kill everybody on the top floor. And then for some reason my I got the little shroud thing to work down here, but
What's this I hear about you ordering more tests performed with sample 4157? That batch failed spectacularly.
I need an ID. I don't like this. There's a computer in the back corner. Maybe that might help us. Might be one laying around here somewhere.
I think I'm gonna start taking my lunches.
Nope.
That scientist? The one who's been hounding you?
Oh man, I think I have to kill everybody down there. That back room may be exactly what I need in there, but I'm not sure.
Huh? No visitors allowed, citizen. Let me.
Muting volume now.
Oh.
What?
Here they come!
Oh god, am I still gonna kill everybody in here? Because I fucked up.
Showered with prejudice.
Oh. Could've just blasted everybody out of here in the first place. Let's see what's behind here anyway. It's got the ID cartridge I needed. Well, that was productive. Let's see if I still have my things good. At least there's that.
No visitor.
Uh. I'm gonna do 100% because and we're out. Let's level up again. It's at 100. Put my handguns up. But I freaking love this handgun. Alright, nobody saw this. Turning back to Phineas. Let's do it. Oh man, do these people really want to fight me? Y'all really don't want to do this. Alright, let's just see if they'll run away. I really don't want to fight everybody here. This is really not ideal at all. Well, shame y'all gotta get looted to death. Assault Rifle Ultra though. I already had one, so it doesn't matter anymore. But in combat,
Everyone all right?
really did not want them to be aggro outside of there, so that was kind of unfortunate. But
If you stop in the engine room, would you ask Parvati to send Sam down to the bridge?
sure.
Oh, look at you.
Every Sam. Thank you. All cleaning.
I could probably spend years fixing this boat, stem to stern.
She wasn't actually serious. Okay, whatever.
If you don't, you have a message for.
No one ever looks quite the same in person as they do in my reports. And my reports of you have been exceptionally thorough. You've had quite a career.
Oh, Kitty, what are you playing with that?
You have something I want. I'd like to negotiate. Yes, I'm aware that you stole a batch of precious chemicals and destroyed an important experiment. Enterprising of you, if irritating. My scientists tell me they'll restore the damage you've done within a matter of months. But I'm not here to talk about minor setbacks. Phineas Wells is wanted by the board. I want to convince you to turn him in to us. You're making...
Adjutant,
Yoink. Let's go back to the lab. I think this is where
we have
he gets
successfully arrived at
attacked.
Phineas's orbital lab, Captain, and we are still in one piece.
Alright, Parvati and Sam. Oh, never mind.
I've kept myself busy in your absence, optimized my formula. I'm now confident I can revive the remaining colonists. All I need now is the dimethyl sulfoxide. I'll take as much as you can give me. Human test subjects. Oh, that's grotesque. That's unthinkable. That's exactly what I'd expect out of the board. Thank you. You've brought me enough chemicals to get started, at least. I'm just sorry they came at the cost of human lives. Those poor people, they must have died in agony. What exactly was the board trying to accomplish? You say the board's trying to freeze their subjects over and over again without inflicting permanent damage? Well, they're nowhere close to solving that problem. Something about this feels wrong. I don't know why the board would ever conduct such an experiment, unless they're working on some kind of hibernation technology. I'll tell you this much. The board scientists are hopelessly lost. After years of fruitless experimentation, they've made exactly zero progress. I know! I've suspected as much for years. Of course, I don't expect the board to do a thing about it. They've been driving our colony to the brink of destruction for decades. The board's mismanagement put our colony on the road to collapse. If we don't put a stop to them, thousands of colonists are going to die. Hold on. Let me see if I understand this correctly. You're saying that Halcyon's on the brink of total collapse? And the chairman's plan to save all of us is to save himself? I always knew Halcyon was heading toward a systems collapse, but I never imagined we were already there. The board made this crisis, and now they want to solve it by freezing the rest of us? That's not a plan. That's a goddamn escape clause. Do you realize what this means for the Hope? For your fellow colonists? The board's going to kill them all. Toss them out into space, just to make room in their hibernation chambers. Short of lining up every member of the board and shooting them in the back of the head. Do you know what's waiting for us on the Hope? Scientists, engineers, artists, the brightest minds Earth ever sent us, uncorrupted by the board. The board's going to dispose of them all and transform the Hope into a prison for the rest of us. They're likely on their way to the Hope as we speak. We need to get to those colonists before the board. I have enough chemicals to start reviving a few of them, but no easy way to get them off the Hope. Merciful gibbering law, you're a genius! We bring the Hope to us. Skip the entire ship across the distance of colony space, right next to my lab. Yes, exactly. You're a step ahead of me, but I perceive the shape of your plan. If we link up the Hope to the Unreliable, then use your navigational computer to calculate a reasonably safe vector, we can skip the entire colony ship into the rings of Terra 2.
I don't know much about skip drives, not the physics anyhow. I do know the Hope's real massive. How's our bitty little ship supposed to skip it?
Excellent question, my sharp-witted mechanic. You will use your own ship to power up the Hope skip drive. Your navigational computer can handle the rest.
Experimental methods for killing Noct.
Well said. You'll need to switch on the Hope's auxiliary...
Oh, let's do it.
I know you're wondering why I'm doing all this. Why I believe the people on the Hope are the answer to the colony's problems. The Hope is carrying some of humanity's most brilliant thinkers, scientists, engineers, experts in their field. If we work together, the board would have a...
Let's go, save the world. This is pretty much getting close to the end of the game
are causing
here.
a disturbance on the ship.
Let's go to the Hope.
We have arrived at the... I need you to You'll have to...
Alright, let's do
Captain,
it.
I hope Dr. Wells has not dragged you into one of his irrational schemes again. My diagnosis of his mental...
Roddy and Sam, let's do it. Alright, I also really don't want to shoot my way through everybody here, so I'm hoping just get in and get out. Need to find the ID card somewhere. If I remember, it's up here. Oh no, that's just a sneaky way to sneak onto the ship.
Here they come!
Why, dude?
Take out the trout.
God. Why did they aggro on me? Oh, good, we started back from the beginning. Let's just try this again. Without having to shoot everybody because it's gonna be a pain in the butt. Really, I'm gonna shoot on set with these guys? I am not happy about this. Am I really that bad? Oh, that's garbage, yep.
That ought to do her, Captain.
And another perk. Oh, but in here, I get the shroud. Yeah, super cool.
anything. Error.
Right. Cool. If I remember right, there's a bunch of freaking sprats in there. I can't get through, so.
That's the Hope's computer up ahead. I'll admit,
Alright,
I am
minimal
curious to wake
gunfighting.
him. Greetings, Captain.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
speaking to you through the Hope's computer system. It's a rather cramped feeling, but it'll do. Are you sure? That is extremely dangerous. Skipping the Hope will void the warranty on the skip drive, and also potentially kill an entire planet. How is my humor now, Captain? Improved? Jump-starting the skip drive. Destination set to the rings of Terra 2. Doing it. I mean, affirmative. Skipping the Hope in 3, 2, 1.
ADA, does your captain seriously intend to do a micro-jump in system with engines that haven't been powered in 70 years on a derelict ship?
That is what my...
But that is a gross misuse of the skip drive. The Zero Point Drives Corp and I will not...
Yes.
You should not be doing...
Thank you, Hope.
Alright, whatever you say, we gonna skip it anyway. Nice.
Oh, good. We are still alive and have successfully skipped into Terra 2's orbit. I reported as much to Phineas Wells, but...
I don't Yeah.
Oh, let's get out of here. Run. Oh, can I fast travel? There's no way I can. 'Cause they're all enemies around me. Alright, let's get out of here.
Captain, I am... Captain, I shall now...
The board is here. They've found me somehow. They're about to blast my door open. I can't stop them from getting me, and there isn't enough time to explain everything. But there's something very important You need to remember. The board, all their lackeys, they're all a bunch of swine. Do you hear me? They're fucking corporate swine. You fucking pigs! I'll take you all out with me! I'll never...
It would seem the recording captured some rather dire events. How... See you soon.
Oh, he was saying swine. I didn't realize that before. I was just searching everything. But it's in the pig.
We have successfully arrived at
Which is why he was
Phineas's
saying
orbital
it.
lab, Captain. And we are still in one piece.
Alright, let's kill some baddies over here.
Here we go!
Clean cycle
Skadoosh.
industrial stain. Sanitation and maintenance job fulfilled.
This is why he said swine right here, is because I had that terminal passcode there. Now we go into his room, where we get the nav key to Tartarus. Alright, level up real quick. Pull that up there. So his weapon's nothing really to write home about. I don't really like the end, whatever kind of damage it is, I honestly don't really know how to describe it. It's like a damage over time.
Great work.
So that's really... This is the end of the game already. The only thing I'm missing is that last... it's that last freaking companion.
Captain, Felix and the Vicar are arguing again.
Definitely got a lot of cool stuff. Let's see.
You don't think that's a problem?
Because I find
so one last companion, but I don't think it's really worth getting onto him because really one of those. I shouldn't have even started that quest that I botched, but what can you do?
Captain, as it appears, I believe the crew would like...
Let's talk with the crew.
Those board goons kidnapped Mr. Phineas and hauled him away to Tartarus. How are we gonna get him out?
And here we are, entertaining the notion of busting him out. That's insane. And likely a hell of a lot of fun.
To extract the scientist, you will need to infiltrate the labyrinth. But that course of action is likely to be quite dangerous, Captain. I am programmed to warn you whenever you exhibit inclinations toward risky behavior. Breaking into Tartarus will not be easy.
Getting in is the simple part. It's getting out again that's the trouble. Trust me, I know.
Let's just do it. Kick down some doors, grab Doc Wells, and cut a path out. We don't need a plan. We got guns.
If you really mean to do this, you should see to your final affairs and close out any unfinished business. Once you sneak into Tartarus, you may be there a while. Or permanently.
You didn't hire me to think. And I ain't about to start now. You're my boss. And I'll walk into fire with you.
I think it's insane. But maybe the colony needs a healthy dose of insanity right about now.
I know it's dangerous. And I won't lie and say I'm not scared out of my wits. But I couldn't live with myself if we didn't do something.
You're asking for more than bravery from us, Captain. But there are worse ways to go than dying for a good cause. I'm in.
Let Sam get the grime out. It's what our units do best.
The entire plan is a terrible idea, but I admire your bravado, Captain, which leads me to illogically believe, against the odds, that you will be successful.
Got my trusty tossball stick, got my ass-kicking boots. I'm ready, boss.
Outstanding.
You can count.
Never thought I'd...
Command.
Waiting on your...
Alright, let's do it, boys. Everyone's getting all sentimental, but we ain't got time for that. We're gonna roll deep, and weapons are good, so let us go. Yeah, I want to save right before we go in there. We're going in for the freaking for the kill. Oh no, I don't want that.
You are hereby.
Oh god.
Your ship is not permitted to leave until you remit payment for your fines and submit yourself to execution. Only after your smoking corpse is thrown from an airlock will we lift the lockdown on your spacecraft.
Captain, I would not recommend this course of action.
Alright, well.
Wait, you're the stylist? Thank the law you're here. Everyone knows how particular the chairman is about his eyebrows. Here, take my biometric ID instead. Anyway, Tartarus Docking Authority signing up. Hang on. Another Wait, is that from the Groundbreaker? What the? Pay no mind to that, just have a pleasant day.
Transmission terminated. How can I...
Alright, boys, let's send it. So I think I can honestly just talk my way through this whole thing. If I remember properly. Hopefully I put my skills in the right set to where it should do it. Skills. Persuade, lie, intimidate, it's all there. So, let's see. I think I'll still shoot on sight.
The captain took right by us once. The board will never own Groundbreaker. Not while I breathe.
Yo, what?
Push on, Barnett.
Yo, look at that fight.
Toxin neutralized. One order of frickin' fan coming up.
I see it next.
Somebody toss this garbage out the airlock.
Oh, this is sick. Oh, is that as far as I go? If so, I'm gonna be really upset. That was still really epic though. Won't lie. Alright, let's roll.
Sanitizing battery level.
Freaking Groundbreaker came in and freaking hooked up? I didn't know that. It's kind of similar to when you do the dam on Fallout New Vegas. Get other people to come and help you. It's pretty sick.
Let's look around. There's gotta be a few ways through here.
This, however, is the part where I'm not going to be fighting everybody, because it ain't worth it. Not in the slightest.
Remember, your needs have been provided for.
It's close to it wearing off. Nothing says final battle quite like giving y'all all this free stuff. I'm not gonna buy anything because I'm pretty sure that I could just talk her down and not have to fight that robot. At least I hope so.
System of searching for warning.
Yep. Let's do that real quick.
Let's go, troops. Stellar Base counting on us.
Oh, they're back. Heck yeah.
Dirty! Clean! The competition!
Oh man, this weapon's whack. Yeah, Iconoclast came through here too. All the homies pulled up. That's what I'm talking about. That's actually really cool. All the factions you help end up coming back through.
Let's hold it right there!
Hold!
Alright. Terminal unseal. Come
Well,
through.
look
Chairman
who it
Rockwell.
is. I'll be damned. I was prepping the studio for our announcement, and here you are as a bonus. I had heard you'd taken a mechanic under your wing. What's the matter, girl? Couldn't find actual employment?
The captain's treated me right. Better than any of you bored folk ever have. I'm exactly where I want to be.
And... oh, I had heard you were dragging around a repurposed janitorial mechanical. My staff jokes that it's because you're a walking pile of refuse.
Interactive database updated. The unique organic substance labeled Chairman has been classified as filth, imminent for incineration.
When you go off and get yourself shot, try to... I'm not in your way, you dullard. You talk to me. You want to go die in a blaze of glory? Be my guest. Besides, I don't know what you think you're doing here, but Sophia's doing good work up there with Phineas. Your efforts will be in vain.
Really? I'm just gonna kill him.
Object is tuned to be fetchless. Cleaning cycle complete.
Alright, well that's that. Always wanted to kill him. I don't know if I did in my last playthrough though.
All right, MSI. I'm not one for rousing speeches, but the captain needs our help. So get in there and...
I can't say that I wanted to fight through this, but this actually makes it a heck of a lot more fun.
All germs and contaminants have been neutralized. Clean, mean, and ready to kill worms.
Company ammo.
Substance is resistant. Congratulations, customer. Your SAM unit is performing at difficult job ahead. Consider equipping a pack of SAM special.
So everybody that you help out on here comes back to give you a hand, is what it seems like. Especially if you're not fighting your way through or sneaking through.
I'm just real glad to know you all.
Captain, you have an uncanny
let's see if
talent
I have
for
to fight
complicating
here.
my life. You've disrupted the balance of power. You've upset the natural order of things. You've introduced uncertainty, and there is nothing I despise more than uncertainty. I'm afraid I can't do that. To your credit, Captain, you are one of the colony's finest specialists. Your technical abilities are beyond reproach. For all your talents, you are the enemy of Halcyon, and therefore you are my enemy. Dr. Wells is being held in my custody. His cooperation will prove invaluable, even if I have to beat it out of him. All that's left to do is put down this riot, arrest you, and then get on with the bloody business of saving this colony. Fair enough. I'm giving you exactly one chance to parley with me. Yes, I'm quite aware of your brazen act of corporate vandalism. By the way, those test subjects you killed, they died in agony. My scientists assure me they can recover the data you've destroyed.
No, they cannot.
That isn't true. It can't be. You're trying to manipulate me. That experiment was absolutely essential to the program. My scientists assured me they were close to a breakthrough. They gave me their word. Don't you mock me. I won't stand here listening to you gloat. We're going to have to start all over again. All that research, all those experiments, you've set us back decades. You were always an unknown variable. I tried to recruit you, but you threw your lot in with that madman, Phineas Wells. Rockwell said that. Chairman Rockwell? That's absurd. You're lying. This is another one of your tricks. I've been the chairman's most reliable associate. That's ridiculous. Halcyon is collapsing. The Labyrinth is rioting. You're running wild through the colony. And I let the situation get out of hand? I have given the chairman nothing less than a lifetime of loyal, honorable service. And this is how he repays me. By leaving me twisting in the wind. Enough. I'm not going to stand here bickering with you. I was expecting the chairman's support, but I'll have to do without. I haven't given up on the program yet. You've caused some complications, but I can improvise. I can fix this. I haven't lost control of the Labyrinth yet. Our security system is still operational. I can still put a stop to you. When you put it that way, no. Not in the least. Damn it all. Very well. You win. I'm familiar enough with your methods to realize my chances of survival are low. Congratulations, Captain. You've outplayed me. I accept your terms and will return Dr. Wells to your care. I just hope you've made the right decision. The fate of the colony is in your hands now. I bid you farewell, Captain.
So you can talk your way out of it. Nice. Though now I'm wondering if the robot man still comes out. Oh no, I don't even have to. Just walk right in. She already left too. Alright. That's it.
You don't know how glad I am to see you. You must have said something to get under Akande's skin. She's gone, and I don't think she's coming back. And you lunatic, you broke into the board's own fortress just to rescue one doddering old man. You are absolutely out of your mind, and I can't begin to thank you enough. I'm all right, thanks to you. Akande wanted my cooperation. I'm quite sure she would have beaten it out of me if you hadn't arrived. You've broken the board's stranglehold on this colony, and you saved my life. But there's still so much we have yet to accomplish. You and I are going to have to work harder than ever to save Halcyon. I'm afraid the situation is far worse than any of us ever anticipated. I would like nothing more than to celebrate this victory, but we have a serious problem on our hands. Earth has gone dark. We haven't received a single message in 3 years. There's been no communication, no signals, nothing. 2 years ago, the Earth's Directorate's frigate disappeared on their way back to Earth. We don't know what they discovered when they arrived, or if they arrived at all.
You mean we're all alone out here? Really alone?
I'm afraid so, Miss Holcomb. Halcyon is the only home we have left. Returning to Earth is no longer an option. We're in serious trouble, my friend. Do you know what this means for Halcyon? We can't rely on Earth for support anymore. We've been cut loose. We're entirely on our own. Yes, we do. You've done a marvelous thing. You've succeeded where anyone else would have failed, including me. We must begin the revival process immediately, starting with the Hope's brightest minds, and then we're going to fix this damn colony, one problem at a time. We're going to need a leader, and I can't imagine a better person for the job than you. What do you say, old friend? Will you help us? When I revived you, I thought you were going to help me save this colony. I was wrong. I had our roles reversed, you see. You're the one who's going to save us all. I'm just the one who set you on your path. You're the best thing to ever happen to Halcyon. If you want to take it upon yourself to lead this colony, you have my support. We're not a colony any longer, are we? Our last connection to Earth has been severed, and so we have been set free. Our future is uncertain, and no one knows what tomorrow holds. Exciting, isn't it?
Alright. Here's the post-game.
The OSI teaches that everything in the universe happens according to the grand plan. But the stranger that arrived in Halcyon was an unplanned variable. From the moment she landed in Emerald Vale, her actions altered the course of history. The events on Tartarus brought about the end of the board's authority. But the board's mistakes would haunt the colony for decades to come. The damage they left behind would require the work of a generation to repair. Dr. Phineas Wells began reviving a handful of the Hope's colonists. Engineers, scientists, technicians, and intellectuals. They were among the brightest minds the Earth had ever sent out into the stars. The Hope scientists and engineers woke up in a colony descending headlong into total collapse. With no way to return to Earth, they had no choice but to band together and devote themselves to the cause of saving Halcyon. The people of Halcyon were nothing if not hardy. In the absence of the board's authority, many of the colony's settlements banded together with a single purpose in mind: survival. Life was especially hard in the years to come. Some towns dissolved by attrition and starvation, but most of them found a way to carry on. In the years to come, Halcyon was forced to reckon with its newfound freedom. The board was gone, and for better or worse, the colony was responsible for its own destiny. Between MSI's worker-centric policies and the iconoclast's manpower, Sanjar and Zora were able to rally many of the Terra 2 townships to their cause. MSI's workforce swelled, and the iconoclasts enjoyed a significant surge in their ranks. The board was too distracted by infighting and internal politics to stop MSI from becoming a powerful corporation and a refuge for townships that might have fallen through the cracks. Consumed by paranoia, Lilia Hagen took Sublight Salvage in a controversial direction, openly accusing board officials of an extraterrestrial conspiracy. One day, an accident at the Groundbreaker's docking bay silenced her forever. Time would tell if her replacement could keep the Sublight family together. Adelaide McDevitt replaced Reed Thompson as the leader of Edgewater. She and her followers transformed Edgewater in their image. Anyone loyal to Reed was pressured into leaving town, and those who stayed behind adapted to her way of life. Adelaide transformed the old cannery into a new garden. The nearby Edgewater Cemetery provided a convenient source of fertilizer. Under the leadership of Junlei Tennyson, the Groundbreaker held firm against corporate influence. The ship's mechanical stability gave Junlei the time to educate a promising generation of engineers schooled in her family's traditions. The future of the Groundbreaker looks promising. The rediscovery of the Hope and the abandonment of the lifetime employment program forced Byzantium to come to terms with some uncomfortable realities about the state of Halcyon. While Byzantines were reluctant to surrender the luxuries they'd grown accustomed to, the board's diminished authority gave them little choice in the matter. Nearly everyone had to learn to make do with less. Some even had to get jobs. It was a dark time indeed. Life in Halcyon was sobering for Felix Millstone. The grand revolution he dreamed of never came. There was no great awakening for the colony, no celebrations in the streets. There was only the hard, desperate work of trying to repair a broken colony. Felix never had a head for numbers, but if there was labor to be done, he was there to help. Eventually, Felix realized that the work of a revolution was done with two hands. As much as he enjoyed his adventures aboard the Unreliable, the vicar, known as Max, eventually decided that it was time to move on, to live out the life he had sought so long to create. He knew there were many in the colony who carried burdens much worse than the ones he had struggled with, and he devoted himself to easing their suffering wherever he could. He only ever took up arms again to defend the defenseless. Unshackled from a lifetime of striving and fighting the universe and himself, Vicar Maximilian de Soto was finally at peace. Once the matter with the Hope colonists was resolved, Junlei bashfully asked Parvati if she'd like to join her permanently on the Groundbreaker, and Parvati enthusiastically, if somewhat awkwardly, agreed. The stories of her adventures spread across the colony, and Parvati soon found herself the center of attention. Having served as the engineer of a renowned spacecraft, tramp freighters and wildcat miners sought her out by name, and in no time, she was a fixture in the Groundbreaker's mechanical ecosystem. She and Junlei were never far apart. Nyoka returned to Monarch to take another crack at making a permanent life for herself. She formed the Charon Group, a mercenary outfit of ragtag survivalists and wilderness experts. Anyone in need of a guide, or just looking to throw back a beer and swap stories, could find her camping on the trail or clearing an infestation. The SAM unit that accompanied you spread awareness of the product line's superior sanitation and maintenance capabilities across what was left of the colony. This led to a boost in SAM unit sales. Did you know that SAM units are the longest-lasting, toughest-acting cleaning solution in Halcyon? Minister Clark was released from house arrest, and his contact with you gave him a sense of renewed purpose and vigor. Once it became clear that no help would be coming from Earth, he threw his considerable efforts and talents into helping Halcyon manage the crisis before it. It was widely suspected that Sophia Akande was the true power behind Chairman Rockwell. However, after the riots on Tartarus, she was never again seen in the colony. Various theories circulated as to her fate. Some believed she boarded an interstellar ship capable of journeying to a distant colony. Others believe she died trying to escape Tartarus. Some few suggest she fled to Monarch, where she continued to live among a small band of loyalists. There is another theory, which suggests that Sophia's encounter with you changed her, and she deliberately retreated from public view, but continued supporting the colony in secret. When Dr. Wells began reviving the Hope's colonists, he found himself with a sudden windfall of additional supplies and resources, courtesy of an anonymous donor. If Wells knew who his supplier was, he never told a soul. As for Dr. Phineas Wells, he spent his remaining years in his orbital lab. He eventually came to terms with his own past and was able to forgive the mistakes of his younger self by devoting his remaining years to serving the colony. Dr. Wells was able to revive many more scientists and engineers than he first expected, thanks to the additional batch of chemicals you stole from the Ministry. Wells never forgot about the human lives that were lost in acquiring these chemicals. In the end, Dr. Wells was able to save every scientist and engineer aboard the Hope. Over the next decade, nearly all of the Hope's remaining colonists were successfully revived. Halcyon saw a period of rapid technological and scientific advancement. Breakthroughs in dietary supplements saved the colony from starvation. Geoengineering projects and social reforms began to change the structure and character of the colony. Dr. Wells laid the groundwork for the project to save the colony, but he would never live to see the fruits of his labor. He passed away a few years later. His work was carried on by the scientists and engineers he revived. Today, Halcyon has stabilized. The people of the colony work hard to adapt to their new circumstances. Nearby colonies send aid and supplies. Life will never be easy in Halcyon, but for the first time in its history, there exists a sense of real, genuine hope about the future. And what about you? The unplanned variable in the history of Halcyon. Long after Wells passed away, you carried on his work with more energy, determination, and brilliance than he could ever muster. The years that followed were hard, but Halcyon survived by the efforts of the Hope's most promising colonists, the greatest of which was you. No one knows what's happened to Earth, and no one knows what the future has in store for Halcyon. All we know for certain is this: the name of the Unreliable and that of its intrepid captain will remain the subject of countless stories for years to come.
Oh, that was way better than my first playthrough, honestly. Oh, I had a lot of fun doing this one. I don't think I'm really gonna play it again. I don't really think of anything else that I would want to do with it. If I played through again, I'd honestly probably just do like a kill everyone run. But that really all I can think about it, guys. If you guys want to see something like that, let me know. But yeah, I'm probably gonna play some other games and try to get some different things because I basically put 2 back-to-back series of Outer Worlds on at once. So hope you guys did enjoy it though. I had lots of fun doing it.